everybody. Yes, my name is Larry Young, as many people have repeated over there. But yes, this year I'm celebrating 26 years, 9 months, and 2 weeks of marriage. Yeah, I hope to get parole soon. But in that marriage, we've had 6 children. Yeah, the first 2, I was in the Navy. I was a Navy pilot, so I was gone a lot. Had the last 4 after I got out. So I'm pretty sure at least 4 of them are mine. Yeah, my wife, she's great. She actually said, now that I've given you this beautiful family, I deserve a mommy makeover. That makes sense. You give me beautiful children, and I pay to put you back together again. But then I started pricing it out. $4,000 for a butt lift, $3,500 for a tummy tuck, $7,000 for new boobs, and starting at $13,500, a new vagina. And I say starting at, because my last kid was born over 9 pounds. I was joking. Now, of course, the good husband in me was thinking, yeah, I can do that. I'll get another job, take out some ridiculous loan. But the practical man in me is thinking, I can just get a new wife from Russia for like $3 grand. I can buy one from Wuhan right now for $1,500. There's a sale. Nah, we're good. My wife and I, we've been doing a lot together. But it's hard to be intimate in a house with 6 children. Because as soon as you lock that door, that becomes the door that every child needs to break down. And God forbid they ever get that door open. How am I going to explain what they see when I'm wearing a dog collar with a ball gag in my mouth? And Christine's sporting a butt plug with a foxtail.
Oh my God.
Nah, it's good. We've been working out together, you know, because we hope to be able to bang in our car again. That's our goal. Yeah. But I have lost 50 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. I let myself go pretty badly. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But it's interesting that when a man loses 30 to 50 pounds, he gains an inch back on his penis. Yeah. So I was excited. I showed my wife. And she said, well, now if you lose about another 100 pounds, maybe I got something I can work with. But I did have my physical. Yeah, I turned 51, and so it was time to get a physical. Did all the blood work. You know, cholesterol's a little bad, got to lose some weight. But the big change was my testosterone was only 215. Now, for everybody in the medical field, you know that a man should have about 700. So I asked my doctor, I panicked. I was like, what should I do? He said, at this point, you should just transition. It would be easier. I said, no, Doc, I appreciate that, but I really want to finish this life as a man. I owe it to myself. So, but yeah, then he said, you know what? With that low T, you probably need some help in the bedroom. I was like, nah, we're good. We're good. Right, honey? No response. So he goes, well, I'll tell you what. I'll just leave it in the pharmacy and you pick it up when you want. Now, of course, I left. I didn't get it. A couple days later, my wife said, hey, did you ever pick up that prescription? I said, no. She said, you selfish bastard. You got 30 minutes. Go. And I didn't even stop and ask questions. I got in the car and I just peeled out. And now I'm driving down there. I'm thinking, God, I can't believe I'm going to get this thing. And as I get there, now I have to explain my existence to this pharmacist that I'll probably never meet ever again. You know, it's been working pretty good for 50 years, you know. Yeah, I got 6 children. Yeah. You know, I was a Navy pilot. Like, I'm totally trying to explain why I'm a man to this overweight pharmacist. It's ridiculous. So I get the prescription, and then I go home. And it comes with this pamphlet that's in like 3 different languages. And it tells you all the side effects. Now, it's pretty hard to be excited about using something when the side effects are cardiac arrest and diarrhea. And so I explained this to my wife, and my wife was like, oh, you should take at least 2. You know, you should take at least 2. You'll be fine. I believe in you. So we settle in, And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning because that's the time when our kids finally go to bed. And we're sitting there, and I take it, and now we're just watching my junk to see what happens next. Yeah. And we're just sitting there watching it as if it were going to go off like a Roman candle. You know, it was ridiculous. So. But yeah, mission accomplished. Yeah, it works. Viagra does work. But you know what's funny is I haven't had to use it every time. And my wife is my greatest supporter. She's like, oh my gosh, look who did it all by himself. You know? It's always classic. Yeah. It's tough being married for 26 years, you know, because you know everything about each other, you know. Yeah, this year my wife said, we should try something new. I was like, how new could it possibly get? And she said, we should watch a porn together. I do not watch porn. With my wife? That's awkward. But she pulled up Comcast and she said, we should rent a movie. $17.95. I'm not paying $17.95 for a movie I might watch 5 minutes of. That's ridiculous. So I told her, honey, I've heard you can get porn on the computer. She said, yeah, it's called Pornhub. I said, is that what it's called? So we pull up this website, and it's amazing how easy it is to use. And it has everything you're possibly looking for. And she said, just pick one. So I pick a movie, and I realized right then, she expected me to keep up with that guy. Like, that guy's a professional. He's completely ripped. I'm not. He's got an 8-pack. I don't. He's smashing it, and I'm starting to black out. My whole chest went tight. My left arm went numb. Like, I thought, this is how it ends for me. This is it. I started looking for my life alert. Like, that's how much of a panic I was in. Yeah, it's been good. And it's been a big year for us. We had to buy a new vehicle. Yeah, I had a Cadillac Escalade for years. I love that thing. Because when you drive a Cadillac Escalade, at my age, it looks like you still have game. Yeah, that's what's nice. I drove it with an engine light on for over a year. That's how long and how much I did not want to get rid of that car. But my wife said, look, you need to go get a new vehicle. We got a big family. Just do it. And I went down and I looked at minivans.
Woo!
Yeah, for anybody who's an alpha male, you know that minivan, that's like pretty much end game right there. That's it. So I go in there and I'm talking to the sales guy, and he's all excited. He said, it's our new sport edition. I said, it's a minivan, dude. We both know what this is. My next stop is hospice, okay? That's it. But I got in it. And as soon as I got in it, I felt the testosterone just drain out of my body. I started questioning, did I remember to record those programs on Bravo? Like, that's how bad it got. But I got in it, started driving it, started liking it. You know, it's actually fun. And what's great is I can actually drop the seats in the back so I have a place to live if my wife kicks me out of the house again. Yeah, it's great. But the weird thing is that once I got the title in my name, I started getting ads for erectile dysfunction. That was kind of weird. Yeah, a minivan. But I did have a burst of testosterone the other day. I felt it. I felt a little manliness come back. I was at a red light, and a Corvette pulled up next to me. And I was excited. You know, I was like, oh man, that's a beautiful car. I could hear the roar of his engine, but it was a red light. I'm looking at it. Don't you just hate assholes? Yes. Don't you just hate assholes? Oh no, I'll see you by yourselves. Oh man. Anyway, so I'm at a red light. And I felt it.
And you know what? Your time was up anyway.
It turned green, and I punched it. And I beat him off the line. He had no idea we were racing. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
I really hope you find relationships someday.
Make some noise for Larry, y'all.
Larry! You went.
All right, and this time we're going to pull up our next